Hey guys, and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to display a video inside of a widget. So in this one it's going to be an example of an MP4, but this should work with any supported file type in Unreal Engine. So let me hit play and show you what we're going to make. So in this example I'm just going to be pressing P to load up the widget in the video. However, you can do this wherever you like, so if it's a credits, when you open the credits you can do it there by pressing a button or anything like that. I'm going to press P and it's going to play this video with audio in it as well. And then we also can't be moving the player while we're watching the video. And then once the video is ended, the widget should just be taken off of our screen, and we should be able to move about like so again. And again, that had both the video and the audio. This is just something that I quickly put together in Premiere. So I got copyright-free video, copyright-free band sound effects, and copyright-free wave sound effects, and just put it all together just to get this quick video, just to show you that the video and audio both work together. And again, we can then move afterwards like so. And I've just had it fade in and fade out. And the fading I did inside of the video editor as well. However, you can do that in Unreal by fading in another widget, which I kind of have a video similar to that, which I'll link on screen now. So without further ado, sorry for the long intro, let me delete this code and I'll show you how I've done it. So the first step we want to take is we want to import our video into Unreal. So that's very simple. All we can do is we can simply just drag and drop our video into Unreal like this, and we'll get the video file here. So you can see I have City Life file media source here, as that's what I named it. I named it City Life. And then what we're going to do is we're going to right click, go to media, and we're going to get a media player. This is how we actually play videos. And we're going to tick video output media texture asset, because we want to put this onto a texture, so we can put it in a material, so we can display it in the widget. So tick that, hit OK. I'm going to name this one City Life MP for media player, but you can name this absolutely whatever you like. For example, just media player. And you can see there, it's also created a texture like so. We want to open up both the media player and the media texture. We'll go to the media player first, and you can see if I double click City Life, it should load it up, just give it a second to load. And what we want to have is make sure we have play on open ticked like so. It should be by default, make sure it is. And also I have video test, but that's from a previous tutorial, so don't worry if you don't have that, you can just have one and it will work fine. Again, if I double click to open it, it's going to play this. So this is what our video is going to look like. We've got the video, we've got the audio. This is what the player will see. Obviously we won't have these bars here. That's just because of the different resolutions. But that's what we're going to have. So again, make sure play on open is ticked. And we can close that. In the texture, we can keep all of these as default as they are. I didn't actually want to open the texture, that's my bad. So we can close that again like so. What we want to do next is we want to create a material for our texture. So we're going to right click on the texture and create material. We can leave the name the same. And this is what we want to open, because we want to change it so we can use this inside of our widget. And so that's a very simple thing to do. So what we do is with output node here selected, or with nothing selected, we're going to select the material domain, changing it from surface to user interface, because that way we can use it in the user interface or the UI or the widget. And you can leave everything else the same, i.e. blend mode can be opaque. RGB is going to go into final color. We're going to hit apply, and then that will be that part done. That's the only changes we need to make in here. So you can see the preview is there, it's just white as we're not actually playing the video yet. Then we can close this like so. What we're going to do next is we want to create our widget. So to do that, it's very simple. All we're going to do is right click, go to user interface, create a widget blueprint, and I'm going to name this one City Life Video Widget. Again, you can name this absolutely whatever you like. That just makes most sense for me, and we're going to open it up straight away. In here, what we want to do is we want to drag and drop an image from the palette in here, changing the position X to be 0, Y to be 0, size X to be 1920, and the size Y to be 1080. That way it's now full screen, and we're going to anchor it to the whole screen as well so it doesn't move about. The image we're going to change to be the material we just made. I named mine City Life MP Video Mat there. And again, you can see it's white just as we don't have it loaded in yet. So we can then compile and save that. We don't need to change anything else for the settings of it. However, if we go to the graph here, we can start setting up some code, and we're going to delete event pre-construct and event tick, and just use and come off of event construct here. Now I'm using event construct because I want to play the video as soon as the widget comes on screen, as that's what I use this for. So again, if you're using this as a credits, you can have it so the credits is a separate widget, you open up the credits, and then it plays this video. And I do have a video on main menus and credit menus and stuff like that, so I'll leave a link to that in the description down below and on screen now as well. So like I say, off of event construct, I want to play the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the plus variable here, and I'm going to name this one media player. And as the name suggests, I'm going to change the variable type to be a media player. When we get media player, just get an object reference there. We compile and we can change its default value to be our City Life MP or the media player that we made earlier. Then with this, what we're going to do is drag and drop and get that there. Out of this, we're going to open source. Then we can connect that into construct there. The media source being our City Life file media source we made earlier. And again, because we kept it as play on open, it's going to open the source and then play it, which is perfectly what we want, and that should work great for us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down D and click to get a delay. I'm going to set the duration to be 0.1, get a reference to our image, which is essentially where our video is, and out of this I'm going to set the visibility. Connect that to completed. I'm going to keep the invisibility as visible. And so what we also want to do is go back to the designer. With the image still selected, we're going to change the visibility to be hidden by default. And now the reason I'm doing this is because when I was making it earlier, there was a slight glitch where it would flicker for the first frame. So what I'm doing is just making it not visible for the first frame, and then it's going to be visible again. And now the reason for that might be because I was fading the video in a video editor. However, I'm not too sure. I've tried many different solutions, and none of them really seem to work other than this one. And as it is literally just the first frame that we're skipping, you don't notice it at all either, so it just gets rid of that cut. Because what it looked like it was doing was it was adding another frame at the start of the video, which was making it flicker, which obviously we didn't want. So this is the workaround which I found for it. If you've encountered this before and you've got a better fix, then obviously let me know in the comments down below as well. But what we're going to do after this is we're going to hold down D, left click to get another delay. The duration of this I'm going to set to 13. Now the reason I'm setting it to 13 is because that is how long my video is. So essentially we want to do some more code after this once the video is ended. So a good way to find out how long it is to open up our media player again. Double click the video to open it, and you can see here we have 0 out of 12 because it's 12 seconds long. However, when I set it to 12, it cut out just a fraction too early. So I set it to 13 and it looks great. So again, set this delay here to the length of your video, possibly even the length of your video plus 1. That way we're going to take it off screen once the video is finished playing. And to take it off screen, what we're going to do is come out the completed and get remove from parent, which is going to simply just take this widget off of our screen. We compile and save, and that is the code inside the widget done. So this is going to actually play the video. Now at the moment this won't have any audio, this will just be the video, and we haven't even made any code to start playing it yet. It just means whenever we create this widget, the video will start playing, which is perfect. So what we can do is we can compile, save, and save that as well. And then let's also close this. And the rest of the code we're going to do is going to be in the character blueprint. So I'm going to open that up. So for me that's content, third person BP, blueprints, third person character. But for you it could be third, first, or whatever you've named it. And in here what I'm going to do is again just set up a button in which I press to start this video. So again this could be entering a box collision. If it is, you'd probably want to do this in the level blueprint instead. So you get a box trigger, go in the level blueprint. Could be off of a UI button press in the main menu, anything like that. So choose the appropriate blueprint for you. Again, what I'm going to do is just on a P keyboard event. So I'm going to get the P keyboard event for play. And out of pressed, what I'm going to do is create the widget with the class being the widget we've just made, which I named mine City Life Video Widget there. And the return value we're going to add to viewport. And what this is going to do is that is going to play the video. So it's putting the widget on screen and adding it to our screen, so that way we can now see the video. What we also want to do is create some audio. So we're going to add a component, and we're going to add a media sound. Now if you don't have media sound, you're probably in the wrong blueprint. So I believe you can get this in the character blueprint, the level blueprint, just an actor, anything like that. But if you don't have it, you'll need to go through via a different blueprint. So it could just be you go in the character blueprint and then you cast to your character to play the sound, anything like that. But like I say, I'm doing it in here. So what I'm going to do is drag and drop the media sound in here. And out of this, I'm going to get a play node. Sorry, a start node. Start going into add to viewport there. So when the video starts, the audio will start as well. What I'm also going to do is I want to stop the player from moving around and messing with the video. So what I'm going to do is disable the input. So we're going to come out start and disable input like so, with the target being self and player controller being get player controller. Then what I'm going to do is hold on D, left click to get another delay, with again this being the length of my video, which I found was 13. And out of the completed, I'm going to just re-enable the input. So enable input, target of self, player controller of get player controller. And now this means whenever I press P, or whatever you have it as, so again, walking into a box collision, anything like that, we're going to start playing the video, start playing the audio, and make it so the player can't move until the video is ended, in which they then can move again. So if we compile and save, we can hit play to see if this is working, because it should be now. So again, I can walk around, and let's jump just to test it as well. I jump and press P, the video is started. We haven't got the audio because I actually forgot to do one tiny thing. However, the video is playing, and then we'll see if it also cuts out at the end as well, so it comes off the screen, and see if we're still flying, or jumping, sorry. Yeah, we are, so actually we fell before the widget got fully taken off screen, but that's good because that means we can't move. So one thing we want to change now is we want to select the media sound, and we forgot to put the media player in here. So all we can do is get the media player, put City Life MP, compile, save, play. I'm going to move up here, and I'm going to hold W the whole time to make sure that we can't move, and press P, and now we have the audio along with our video as well. And like I say, I'm still holding W to make sure that we can't move while in this widget here. It's a moment of truth. Yep, we've just started moving after the widget came off screen, and again we have the video and the audio. So this works perfectly, so I think that'll be it for this video. So we've done everything we want to do. We've created it in which we can do anything to create a video, so it comes on screen, plays the video, plays the audio, and while it is playing, we can't move the character at all, so we can't jump, interact with anything, move. It just works perfectly. And then once the video is ended, it will be taken off of our screen as well, and then we can move about again. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.